Hello everyone, today we're going to finish this project. Thank you everyone for watching part 1. That was really a successful video for me. So let's get back to this. Now we're going to put the motor back on there. Since everything's been soldered properly. So these just fit in like that. I have to make room for my decoder. Now this engine has these two really big weights on either side of the motor, and they are very useful. They give the engine weight, so it has traction, so it can pull quite a few cars. So the decoder is going to sit on top of this. I cannot go any lower than this. I cannot change that. So there's the front part actually won't interfere with the decoder, but the back part I have to make an indentation. Let's just get the decoder so it's gonna sit just like that. So I have to take a little bit off the back. Honestly, I'm gonna take a little bit off the front too to pass these two, I don't know what they are, diodes. So take a little bit off the front and take a little bit off the back. And that will be sweet. So what I'll do is I'll use a hacksaw and I'll make those holes for that. So that will be good. And then I know this motor is just not sitting perfectly, so I'm gonna reinstall it till I got it good. Perfect. So I'm gonna put back these two little springs. You don't have to take the motor out to put them back. Just like any springs, you have to be careful because they will fly out. But that is not impossible to do. There. So then when the motor turns, the worm gear will turn at the same time. I'm not going to say it's a brilliant design, but it works. So that's good. And then I'm going to get just an extra spring from this parts unit here. The part unit has a frame. Sure feels good. That spring is back this week. I'm filming this on Monday, so this week they're forecasting really good weather for us over here. That will be awesome. I'm sending my little blue car to the body shop to have some rust clean. I'm very proud to have enough money to do that, and I'll be posting the video if you're interested of that. But that today it's going in the body shop, so really happy. Of course, as you know, I do a lot of painting myself. You know, I roller painted my pickup. That was a good project too. Sure enjoy driving that pickup. But the little blue Civic, it's actually that good that I can send it to the body shop. And then the trains, I custom paint them myself because it's a flat paint. So flat paint is actually easy to do. Flat paint hides a lot of little mistakes. See, I'll just rotate the motor till it snaps into place, and Bob's your uncle. So everything's coming together. And then we'll just put these back where they go. Now the black on this side and the red on this side, that's the NMRA convention. And these wires will replace the Atlas frame. So they will bring electricity to the decoder. And then on the decoder, on the Atlas frame, there's two metal pads that bring electricity up to the decoder. So these replace the motor leads. That is simple. So I'll just put that back in the engine, and then we'll be ready to do some soldering. I'll use my marker so that when I cut this, I have enough material taken out so that I don't have any problems. The same from the front part. I am gonna mark it just to be on the safe side. I think that is gonna be good. Just double checking everything. Maybe a little bit more off the front there. Couldn't hurt. There. So now I know where my decoder is gonna sit. I can start wiring it in. Also, an important thing to note, there's a path down here for your wires. It will stay out of your worm gear and your drive shaft. So I have to put my wires, let's use the red side so you can see better. There is a path for the wires. This way they'll get out of the way, and also you can give them a little wiggle room, so for when your trucks go back and forth, they got a little wiggle room. So I'm gonna make these as short as I can, but this is the path where they would in the past connect to the motor directly. But we're gonna put the decoder between the motor and the track. So these will connect right here. That looks good. Now I know how much wire I need. I want to make this as neat as possible. The same for these wires which connect to the decoder. I'm going to make them as short as possible. Now where the motor sits, I have a little bit of room for wires, so that's good. I'm going to be using that. But I'm going to find a way to give them a way to pass. They don't interfere with the motor. I don't want that. I test fitted everything. It's very, very tight in there. I'm going to remove the shell so you guys can see. I had to remove quite a bit of the rearmost weight. I had to remove a lot of it, so it became weak along the way. But it's gonna clear. It's in fact, it's so tight under there. I have to remove this electrical tape and replace it with kept-on tape. Also, these pieces of tape have to be removed. But I shaved enough of it that I can fit the shell and the decoder and everything. The next step is going to be soldering everything. I'm going to pre-tin all these wires, and then we'll get busy. So everything's pre-tinned, so it should go pretty quickly. So I'll just solder this wire to where the motor goes. I'm not 100% sure which wire should go where, but I think you can program that to change it. Maybe I get lucky and it goes right the first time. While I'm waiting for my iron to warm up, the other day I saw a super cool video chasing the Milwaukee Road, and I super enjoyed that. I'm gonna try to see if my girlfriend's gonna enjoy that too. So maybe put that in the comments below. See if your girlfriend's gonna enjoy that video. Very tough to do if I can't see what I'm doing. Well, that looks good. So I'm going to do the second thing for the same thing for the second wire. This is what I wanted, to have the wires very short so I don't have a mess of wire. And also, be very careful that you have kept on tape on everything. You do not want these wires to touch each other or touch anything that can conduct electricity, because then you get a short circuit and that's really bad. So you want to be careful about that. I've got some extra insulation. I'm going to actually get that out and use it. This is what I wanted, to have the wires very short so I don't have a mess of wire. And also, be very careful that you have kept on tape on everything. You do not want these wires to touch each other or touch anything that can conduct electricity, because then you get a short circuit and that's really bad. So you want to be careful about that. I've got some extra insulation. I'm going to actually get that out and use it. I bought this from Home Depot, liquid tape. So it's a liquid and it dries as just a black insulation. So when you use that, that's really good stuff. I think it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to dry. I've got the red side done. Now I'm going to do the black side. And when I do that, I try to be very careful about the heat. I try to do just the smallest amount of heat possible. So just one more little solder, and then we'll be able to go put that on the track. So I do try to keep my heat down. Everything's pre-tin, so it should be easy. Perfect. Now we can go try this on the track. I'll always put the unit on the track before I turn on the power. That's a good sound. The decoder's picking up something. So we're going to do the initial programming. We're going to go program track. Program track, enter. Let's see what we got. We're going to do standard. Yes, we're in. Decoder number is good. Enter. Enter. Set up short address, yes. 03 is good. Activate this address for sure. Enter long address. So this is 0429. Enter. Activate this address, yes. And then we're going to skip everything else. We even skip that. And then escape. Yes! Yes, we're in. So let's try moving forward. Oh, I accidentally got it right. Really happy with that. It has problems with contact with the track, but that as it runs, it will work itself out. So that is awesome news. Really cool. Still having problems with the contact, but that will work itself out. because I moved everything around. The contacts might be a little in need of a good shakedown. That's okay. That will work itself out. So that's great. Now the other little thing is it sounds like a GP38-2 because it's a GP38-2 decoder. So we can change that. The prime mover, you can change it on the programming on the main, and the engine can be running. So we're going to do that. We're going to give it some exercise. That's going to do it some good. So the prime mover is CV123. We're going to enter a value of 0. So that's the GP38. Enter a value of 1. So that sounds like maybe an RS3. Let's enter a value of 2. That sounds very much like a EMD again with a turbo. Let's give it a value of 3. Let's give it a value of 4. That sounds kind of like another GM with a turbo again. Let's try a value of 5. Oh, that sounds like a 567. That is perfect. So I'm going to keep that. Oh yeah, I like this. This certainly hits the spot. So I would say that's successful. Really happy with that. Perfect, so now I can put the shell back on. Incidentally, if you want to turn the prime mover off, you can just press F8 3 times. And then to get the startup sequence, you press F8 again, or the headlight. And then you're ready to go. Tuck your wires carefully in there. Don't forget to pass the little coupler through the pocket there. And then just snap that together. And now it's time to run some trains. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly had fun making it for you. See you soon.